Yo, peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. It's your brother Samuel, man. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video, show some support, interact with me in the comment section, man. Today we're going to be talking about how, like, every time you go through the hardship, every time you face the adversity, every time you deal with the pressure, God will always bless you, man. God will bless you when the time is right. Honestly, man, like, just I'm going to go in depth, man, like, just about how we need to endure the hardships. We need to go through the storm. Okay, like, there's always a harvest at the end of our suffering, man. And I know it's cliche, I know it's easier said than done to endure the trials and temptations and everything that comes at you, but God will reward you, man. God is faithful, you know what I mean? God is faithful, and he rewards them who seek him. He rewards them. He's faithful and he keeps his promises, man. I don't know who this message is for, man. Like, this is for somebody needs to hear these words of encouragement. Somebody is going through the tough times like I was in these recent seasons, man, where it feels like it's never ending. It feels like it's day in, day out the same thing. It feels like, you know, life is just becoming monotonous. Life is just becoming like autopilot. You're always in your thoughts, you're always deep in stuff, you know what I mean? You're always like procrastinating. I know what it feels like, bros. You know, you feel like you're planting seeds, but you're not seeing them flourish yet. But listen, it takes a long time for a seedling to become a harvest. It takes a very long time. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things that have to be collected in that time. You know, for a plant, there's a lot of different minerals. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of building process and work that has to be put in for that to flourish, man, and produce beautiful flowers. And it's the same with us, man. It's the same with us, bros, on this journey. Like, you have to keep pushing. God is going to allow you to be squeezed and tested, man. And sometimes you know, it can be easy to become frustrated. It can be easy to become angry and question God and say, what are you doing in my life, man? Where are you taking me? Like, I'm not seeing it right now. But just know that through all that suffering, it's going to produce character in you. It's going to produce hope, man. It's going to make you so strong. It's going to make you be able to face things that used to beat you down in the past. They're going to be a breeze, man. They're not going to mean nothing to you anymore. I know what it feels like, bro, is to come from hardship. I know what it feels like to have a rough childhood. You know what I mean? We've all had it hard, man. I know what it feels like to have to still go to school when things are shaky at home. I know what it feels like to trying to have to go through college, you know, going through issues, going through relationship issues, going through, like, all the different problems of life, man. I know what it feels like. Believe me, man. Like, believe me, I know what it feels like, man. If whoever's out there and is suffering, is not seeing an end to it, just know that, you know, all them nights that you sowed in tears, all them nights where you just, like, you was in complete despair, they're not for nothing, man. You have not labored in vain. The word says, man, that he is the vine and we are the branches, man, and the Father has to prune the vine so it can have a more fruitful harvest. You know, in due season we will reap if we faint not. Opportunities will come. The past year, man, has been one of the hardest and most toughest years of my life. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's been so many times where I've just, like, I felt like I've been raised up and then I've been brought all the way back down again. You know, going through the pits, man, really having to face this up here, and really having to deal with the spiritual warfare, really having to conquest and fight through it like a warrior, man, of Christ. And that's what I pride myself on. That's where my dignity comes from. It comes from being a warrior of the Most High. It comes from being God's child, man, because I know he's faithful and he's a rewarder for those who seek him. It's absolutely facts, man. And I know that I've not labored in vain. I know that I've not labored in vain because God has showed me many examples of when he will come through for me at the right time. He will make a way when there seems to be no way. This is a motivational talk, man. Just know that, like, your hardships are not going unseen, even though it feels like it, even if your family members are not showing it, even if your friends are not showing it, even if, you know, people are not giving you flowers right now. It does not matter, because God will give you your flowers, man. God will raise you up in his time, man. It's absolutely facts. It's factual, man. Opportunities will start to raise up. It's when it gets the hardest, it's when the biggest blessing is around the corner. I'm telling you now from my own experience. Loads of people say this in their own testimony. Whenever it feels like it's getting the hardest in life, it's just know that blessing is around the corner, man, and you are going to smile again. You know what I'm saying? You are going to be happy again. You are going to have joy. You are going to have laughter, man. Weeping endures for the night, but joy comes in the morning. And put God first in all you do, trust me, and he will give you the desires of your heart. He will make a good example of you, man. God will make a good example of you. He will clean your heart. He will change you. He will shape you up, and you will represent him as a child of the Most High. All praises to the Most High, man. Just know that your trials are not labored in vain. You'll get through anything as long as you put God first. He will not allow you to be tempted above what you're capable, man. Blessings to all of you people out there, man.